Okay, so picture this. You've got two people. They both start with the exact same amount of money to put into the stock market. But here's the crazy part. One of them ends up building some serious, lasting wealth, while the other makes a quick profit, yeah, but then loses it all pretty much the next day. How is that even possible? I mean, it's the same market, right? The same stocks are available, the same opportunities. Well, it all boils down to a single choice they made right at the beginning. It's a fundamental difference in how they approach the whole thing. And that choice is between being a trader or an investor. Now, on the surface, they might look kind of similar. Both involve buying and selling stocks. But underneath it all, they are playing two completely different games with different rules, different mindsets, and believe me, very different risks. So, in this explainer, we're going to break it all down. First, we'll dive into the fast-paced, high-stakes world of the trader. Then we'll switch gears and explore the patient, long-term mindset of the investor. After that, we'll put them head-to-head in a showdown, and then, at the end, we'll help you figure out which of these paths might actually be the right one for you. All right, let's kick things off with the trader's game. If there's one word to describe this world, it's speed. Everything is about moving fast. So at its core, trading is all about the short term. The goal is super simple. Buy low, sell high, and do it as quickly as you possibly can. We're talking about making moves in minutes, hours, or maybe a few days. Traders are trying to profit from those tiny moment-to-moment wiggles in a stock's price. And this right here is a really crucial point. A trader doesn't really care if a company is making amazing products or is super profitable for the long run. Nope, what they care about is what everyone else thinks that stock is worth right now, in this very moment. It's all about market hype and psychology. So how in the world do they try to guess what people are thinking? Well, their number one tool is something called technical analysis. Instead of digging into a company's business plan, they're staring at price charts, looking for shapes and patterns that have happened before. The whole belief system is that history, in the market, tends to repeat itself. Let's walk through a quick example so you can see what I mean. Imagine a stock's price has been dropping all morning. A trader looks at the chart and spots a pattern that historically means the price is about to bounce back. So bam, they buy in at, say, $10. If they're right and the price pops up to 13, they sell immediately, no hesitation. They just lock in that quick profit and they're out. But, what happens if they're wrong? Well, to protect themselves from disaster, traders use a kind of safety net called a stop loss. It's basically an automatic sale order. So if you buy at $10, you might set your stop loss at 8. That way, you limit how much you can lose. The only catch? A stock can dip just for a second, trigger your automatic sale, and then shoot right back up without you. Ouch. And this is where it gets really, really messy. Because trading is a full-on battle with your own emotions. You've got greed whispering in your ear, hey, hold on a little longer, it's gonna go higher, often right before it crashes. And then you've got fear screaming, get out, sell everything right now, which usually happens at the absolute worst possible time. This emotional roller coaster is a huge reason why study after study shows the vast majority of day traders actually end up losing money. Okay, let's take a deep breath and completely shift gears. We're moving to the other side of the coin, the investor's mindset. In this game, it's not about speed at all. It's about patience. See, investing is all about playing the long game. An investor buys a stock not to flip it tomorrow for a quick profit, but to actually become a part owner of that business. The core belief is that if you pick a great company, its value is going to grow a lot over many years. Because of that, an investor is asking totally different questions. They're not looking at squiggly lines on a chart. They're digging into the business itself. They want to know, is this company healthy? Is it making money? Does it have a real competitive advantage that's going to last for years to come? So their journey looks something like this. An investor finds a solid company and buys some shares at $50 each. Now they just wait. Maybe a couple years later, that company launches a hit new product. Sales go up, profits grow, and naturally the stock price starts to climb. 5 years down the road, that $50 share could now be worth $150. They've tripled their money just by being patient. And get this, there's another way investors make money. Some really stable companies will actually share their profits directly with their owners, the shareholders. It's called a dividend. It's literally cash they pay you, usually every few months, just for holding on to their stock. so you're getting paid on top of any growth in the stock price. Now, I have to be clear, this doesn't mean investing is risk-free. It's definitely not. A great company today could face a brand new competitor tomorrow, or maybe they just make some bad business decisions. The key difference is that the risk is tied to the long-term health of the actual company, not the chaotic short-term mood swings of the market. Okay, so we've looked at both sides of the story. We've seen the trader and the investor. Now let's put them right next to each other for the ultimate showdown and really see how they compare. I mean, when you lay it out like this, the differences are just night and day. Traders are short-term, they're laser-focused on the stock's price, and they use charts to guide them. It's an active and, frankly, pretty stressful lifestyle. Investors, they're playing the long game. They're focused on the actual value of the company, using business analysis. It's a much more passive and calm approach. And this right here gets to the absolute heart of the matter, their relationship with time. For a trader, time is the enemy. It's constant pressure. Every single second counts. But for an investor, time is their best friend. It's their single greatest advantage, letting that amazing power of growth and compounding do its thing. So, now that we've got these two very different paths laid out in front of us, the big question is, which one should you choose? And honestly, the answer to that question really just depends on you. It depends on your personality, what your financial goals are, and how much risk you're really comfortable with. But if you only remember one thing from this whole explainer, please let it be this. Trading is an attempt to time the market, trying to predict the unpredictable peaks and valleys. And that is incredibly difficult, some would say impossible. Investing, on the other hand, is about spending time in the market, letting great companies and the passage of time do the heavy lifting for you. So before you make a single move, just ask yourself this one simple question. Are you trying to make a quick buck, or are you trying to build real, lasting wealth for your future? Because your honest answer to that question, well, that's going to tell you everything you need to know.